Right guys, Mark Crossroad here, Titleist 917 D2 driver, sure fit CG, sure fit tall neck, a lot of adjustability in this club. Let's talk to you about what D2 from Titleist and the 917 might do for your driving. Let's get stuck in. Right, Titleist 917 D2. Active recoil channel here, which we saw in the prior model, but this is 2.0. Variable thickness in that channel, which you'll get in D3 and D2. Trying to keep ball speeds up across the face. We get a radial speed face, so they're trying to control ball speeds across the face, more consistent with the thickness, I think, in different places. That's the kind of internals, if you like. We then get sure fit CG. So we get this tube set at a 30-degree angle, which is allowing us to move weight into the heel, into the toe, slightly forward and slightly back. Also, this is allowing us to change swing weight, which is really, really interesting. I've not really played with that so much. And we've got some real ball data coming at you from my Callaway Chrome Soft that I'm gaming, plus GC2. We'll show you what happens as we move the swing weight in that. It's very interesting. We're getting the normal sure fit tall hosel, which hasn't really changed from its conception, which is great. I love the way Titleist, if they've got something that works, they don't have to change it. They just say that works, we're keeping it. Really clever. It's a greyish top line to a black face, which I like. It's also got an improvement on the sound on prior models, they're saying. If not an improvement, a change, one that's been kind of a little bit more welcomed by tour players from their tour testing, they're saying. 460 head shape in D2, so it's bigger than the D3. It's that bigger presenting head down by the ball. Let's give it a hit and show you what it feels like. Sits really nice and square down by the ball. 460 presents nice and big as well. It's an interesting sound. It's different. It is different. I can hear it. It sounds solid, and it doesn't even sound as that hollow a ting. It feels and sounds a little louder to me. I also hit this club in Switzerland on the golf course. I tested it out on a golf course, which was a fun way of testing as well. It was interesting. Obviously in Switzerland it was going a bit further because we were high up, but it was interesting trying to hit fairways with it and what have you, how I would game it. And we've got some real UK ball numbers coming at you, like I said, which we'll show you also. Let's give it another hit. It's a lovely flight, hit that one really well, and yeah, the sound is fine. It's definitely louder than I was expecting. Used to Titleist clubs making that kind of slightly duller sound. It's a slightly higher pitched sound than I was expecting from this club. I do like the shape of it. Now I love the flexibility for custom fitters with this club. Now there is a weight pack which you can buy separate, so you get a fade and a draw weight. So basically you can put a heavier weight in the toe, that moves the CG slightly further forwards because of this 30-degree angle, or you can put a heavier weight in the heel, pulls the CG back. Also gives it a slight heel bias, so you're going to move effective sweet spot. You can also put a fade or a draw weight or a neutral weight in at different weights, so an 8, a 10, a 12, a 14 and 16 grams, so you can change the swing weight of the club, which I did when I tested, which we'll show you in a second. So you're changing effective sweet spot, you're changing CG forward and back, and you're moving if that weight is more in the heel or more in the toe to try and influence shape. It's clever. Very clever. Now if you buy these clubs, you don't come with a weight pack. What happens, I think, let's say you get the neutral basically in every whatever one you go for. So if you go for a 16-gram draw, they'll give you the 16-gram neutral as well. If you go for a 8-gram fade, they'll still give you the 8-gram neutral. You get 2 weights, you don't get the whole pack. You wouldn't want the whole pack because, like I've said for years, you've got to go and get custom fit with these clubs. There's so many options, certainly with these, and to be honest with you, they're quite complicated for the average hitter who wants to just hit shots. And I say that, I don't mean they're complicated for tour pros as well. The amount of tour pros I work with who don't have a clue what their club is doing, don't want to know. And I think that's quite a good way for you guys. Just get out there and get to a good fitter and trust their numbers, go on your feel and those kind of things. Right, I'm going to hit one more, and I'm really interested in showing you these numbers as well as I change the swing weight in the club. I hit that well, just slightly leaking right, but hit it nicely. it's a good flight. So you get one key, you're changing the neck, you can dial in lofts and lies, you get a key. The same key also does the back. You slip out this tube and you can move that around, or your fitter will for you. Let's show you what happens to numbers when you start playing with the SureFit CG to manipulate the club a little bit. So D2, when I was using the standard weight, I was going 253 average carry, topping out at 257, not bad numbers at all, spinning at 26, launching at 13.6 degrees. Now, when I moved the weight into the 8 gram weight, so the lightest, staying at neutral, carry went up to 259, I got a 260, a 260, a 260 and a 256. Peak height stayed pretty much the same, 35 degrees, and the spin came down because I've got less of a heavy weight at the back of that club. So in effect, I'm moving the CG a little bit further forward, you would imagine, spinning at 2.2. Launching at 14 from 13.6 with the standard weight in there. Really interesting as I went to that lighter weight. It's kind of showing me maybe lots of my clubs are a little bit too heavy, possibly. Swing weight is something I've not really played with much in a driver. Manufacturers have not allowed you to play and certainly not talked about it maybe now as openly as SureFit CG is going to start doing. Noticeable gains when I made that club lighter, moved that lighter weight into the back of it from the heavier one. Went back up to where I'd want that driver to be for me. And obviously if you've got a different strength of player, they might want that heavier weight or what have you, or have the lighter one. Might feel ridiculously light, but they might get better or worse numbers through that feel. The real standout thing for me when I put the lighter weight in was how nice it felt. It felt really good. That club felt more kind of usable and gameable for me, which is probably why I started to get those much better numbers from it. Interesting, Titleist 917 D2. Post comments down below. Playing with that swing weight with an ease of just screwing out a weight and putting a new one in for a fitter is a massive weapon to help them get you a better driver. Are you going to go and try it? Is it something you're interested in? Post comments down below as always, and we'll speak to you soon. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, all the normal social places. Also, come and visit my new website, markcrossfieldgolf.com. See you over there.